Good morning. Welcome to another Walking Kev. I'm thinking this morning about, I watched a video before I started this walk about, was life really better in the olden days, in the past? This guy was born in the late 80s, and he thinks that life was way better then. I don't disagree. I was born the early 70s, and life has definitely moved on from what it was when I was a kid, for sure. I grew up in the 80s. Very different world. And he's kind of specifically calling out technology. I don't disagree. I think technology has kind of taken over our lives a little. I definitely mind. I'm glued to this phone like all the time. I'm not one of the phone zombies. I was in the Domain over the weekend, and I was walking, and I saw like hundreds of people walking in my direction for some reason. Every single one of them had their phone in their hands and their head tilted down as they walked. Every one of them. Hundreds of people. It was the most bizarre thing. I guess I hadn't encountered that before. I mean, it's not like I don't see people on their phones all the time. I'm on my phone pretty frequently, but I try to dial back and just enjoy where I am and what I'm doing sometimes. I'll often listen to something as I walk or whatever, but maybe I shouldn't do that. I realized today, I have these AirPods. They have noise canceling. Basically, when I've got these in, the only thing I'm hearing is whatever's being pumped into my head from my iPhone. Literally can't hear anything else. Can't hear the birds. Can't hear cars approaching. I can't hear people talking or laughing. So, it is good to unplug every now and then. This guy went to extremes. He lives in, I think, Sweden. He's living in the woods. He built an A-frame house. He chops wood. He doesn't have any, he's got technology, obviously. He's got internet now, but he doesn't do the things that a lot of us do. He spends his days chopping wood and walking with his dogs and making his own bread and things like that. And I started thinking, well, should I do something like that? Should I build an A-frame in the woods and live in the woods? And I realized, we're downsizing into a van right now. Back to van life. So maybe I'm a little more like this guy than I thought. Anyway, I don't think there's a good or bad way to do this, but I do think being more present and being more aware is a good idea. So consider that, and I'll see you next time.